Both Donald Trump's current lawyer, Joseph Tacopina, and Donald Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, have been in the media a lot this week, and they've taken a couple shots at one another. But Michael Cohen, the man who actually went to jail for Donald Trump, has a stern warning for Mr. Tacopina, as he's been on that path that Tacopina is currently on, and he knows how it ends. Here is what Michael Cohen had to say in his, let's call it a warning, to Tacopina this week. He's an absolute disgrace to the profession of law. I do know Trump's certainly a whole lot better than Joe Tacopina. What I will tell you emphatically is what Joe is doing right now is he's playing to a party of one, and that's Donald Trump. He will say the most ludicrous nonsense that you can say because that's what Donald wants to hear. And that does not benefit Donald. It does not benefit Tacopina. And if he doesn't watch himself, he may find himself like the rest of us. Myself, John Eastman, Christina Bobb, and Rudy Giuliani, and a whole slew of other attorneys that have found themselves in trouble thanks to dear old Donald. Now, I've said this 100 times in the past, and I agree 100% with Michael Cohen. And by the way, the list goes on because it's not just Cohen and Bobb and Giuliani and Eastman. There's also Evan Corcoran. There's Alina Habba and possibly Joe Tacopina coming up. There's Sidney Powell. All of these lawyers have either faced disbarment, they have faced sanctions from the judges, they have faced criminal investigations for their involvement with Donald Trump, and only due to their involvement with Donald Trump. It's not that these were just wholly corrupt people that were just waiting to get caught for something. Everything that those lawyers I mentioned and many others have been busted for or have been investigated for or have had ethics complaints over is solely because of what they did with Donald Trump. Had they not had him as a client, none of them would have gotten in any trouble at all. At all. And Joe Tacopina is sitting out there attacking Michael Cohen like, oh, this guy's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's a felon. Yeah, but he wasn't until he got involved with Donald Trump. Rudy Giuliani was not facing the risk of losing his law license until he went to bat for Donald Trump. Christina Bobb wasn't being investigated until she got involved with Donald Trump. Same thing with Evan Corcoran. Jenna Ellis last week was censured in the state of Colorado. Alina Habba has been sanctioned. None of any of this would have happened, Joe Tacopina, had these people not taken on Donald Trump as a client. So you're free to do whatever you want. But if you don't heed the warnings of the people who literally walked that path before you and they suffered the repercussions of walking that path, if you're not willing to listen to them, then you deserve all of the discomfort that likely lies ahead in your future. Because I can promise you, based on every other lawyer we have seen work for Donald Trump in the last 7 years, not one of them have gotten a happy ending. Not one of them has ridden off on that white horse into the sunset. They've all had to get their own lawyers and fight for their own jobs, to retain their jobs, to retain their law license, what they've worked their entire career for. And Mr. Tacopina, if that's what you want, then please continue ignoring all of the other lawyers that went before you. I'm sure when it's all over, they'll still welcome you into the We Got Screwed by Trump club. If you can't get enough Ring of Fire, we encourage everyone to subscribe to our channel for fresh video content 7 days a week. And for even more from me, you can follow me on all social media outlets, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram @Fair and Balanced.